Welcome to the War Zone, all you crazy online people, all you dipshit buttnicks, and you beautiful scrufftorps. This is Scruffy Tales, and I'm Scruffy. And obviously, a lot of stuff is happening along the front line. I'm a bit under the weather, so you have to excuse me for that. But I figured I wanted to make this video anyway, and because we are seeing important updates at Sumy, and not that many updates done in Pokrovsk actually, which is encouraging. But Russian mill bloggers are mentioning Ukrainians about to maybe encircle another town and liberating it. So the Russians, according to mill bloggers, are abandoning a town in Sumy Oblast. So let's take a look at Sumy and Pokrovsk. So we're gonna be comparing the ISW map with Andrew Perpetua and Mayakovsk 73, and here you can see how Ukraine is pushed up and liberated Kindrativka and Andrivka, and Oleksivka is contested. We are potentially seeing Ukraine pushing in to liberate Oleksivka as well, according to Russian mill bloggers. Russian forces have left Oleksivka in fear of being encircled. You can see how Russia's also moved down in the center here between Unakivka and Oleksivka. We've talked about this before. And so it's interesting. We move over to Andrew's map here. Let's remove the attack directions. Here you can see Kindrativka, Andrivka, and the Russians are apparently falling back from Oleksivka in fear of being encircled. And so what is going on here? Well, we can actually move over to Mayakovsk 73, and his interpretation of events in Oleksivka is that Ukraine, we've talked about this in previous videos, that Ukraine is pushing in from the south, contesting the southern buildings. But take a look, contested area up to the east. So might be an indication that Ukraine is pushing along this street here, along these buildings, reaching this part of town up here. And if this is true, that they are pushing up this way, I mean, they're not contesting territory out here. This is a wide open field. This is not where you will be finding Ukrainians. The Ukrainians are, in that case, moved. Maybe they're pushing with vehicles up along the field here, and trying to take individual buildings up along the eastern side of the street. Maybe that is the thing. But they're not contesting the open fields if they're pushing up this way. It could be that Ukraine is moving up here, and in that case, the Russians might feel that they're at risk of being surrounded and encircled, and that is why they're falling back. I mean, this is not really a massive road here to the north. It's a dirt track, as we see when we zoom in. We can see it better on Andrew's map. Yeah, it's not a major road leading north out of Oleksivka. As you can see here, it's a dirt track. So if Ukraine can move up to the proper road coming in this way, Oleksivka might appear at risk of being encircled. Russia can move troops through these woods, but they can't move vehicles at any favorable rate to support Oleksivka, right? So that seems to be the situation up here in Sumy Oblast, that Ukraine is moving in to properly contest Oleksivka. We'll see how that goes. And we're also seeing after Russia made some big pushes here at outside of Tatkino, we're now getting reports that Ukraine is trying to reclaim Veselivka, and if they manage that, then they can, of course, continue pushing into the area here within Kursk proper. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not well. Headaches. And, well, I visit the bathroom a lot. let's not go into details. Anyway, so jumping down to Pokrovsk Anders map, you can see the map is basically the same as it were on the 13th and 14th when Russia pushed out across Atrazina. They haven't been able to move towards Rodinsky. They've had some gains around Nikolaivka and Novokomicha, absolutely. But this push north here has stalled. We are not sure what's going on. Was it a brief breach of motorcycles, or is it special forces that has infiltrated to try and disrupt logistics from Shakova to Novoshakova? Why is it not a bigger push north? And we'll take a look at Mykolaiv 73 has the same, but take a look if we jump over to ISW. Yellow is claimed Russian advances and red is confirmed. So we move in, we have the claimed push to Rodinsky, Novoekonomice and the towns Nikolaivka are confirmed under Russian control. But the push north through these towns and out towards Shakova are only claims, and you have no confirmation that Russia has moved up this way. Only claims. We can see Russia advancing here, trying to move up the valleys towards Shakova and these very important bridges, as we've been talking about on the channel. These are just claims, and according to ISW, and we can see down here how it works as well. We know Russia has pushed into Sverova. They're trying to push up here towards this slag heap right here. But this here is Russian claimed advances. But we know that these are infiltration units that are intercepting logistics in the middle of town and disrupting how Ukrainians are moving, forcing Ukraine to allocate manpower into the center of town instead of defending the outskirts. This is what special forces do. It's their job. It's what they're supposed to do: cause chaos behind the lines. And Russian claims have interpreted this as Russia pushing into the center of town with infantry. This is not the case. But if we zoom in here, we can see here how Russia is trying to push through Suvorova up to the slag heap. They're bombarding Ukrainian positions in and around. You have two access ways to this area, to the slag heap area. It's through here and through here, and Russia is bombarding the surrounding area here to make it easier for their forces to push through here, trying to reach and secure the slag heap basically. And you have artillery barrages that will prevent Ukrainians from pushing in reinforcements. So you can see the Russians are not aiming most artillery at the direct contact line. They're trying to deny Ukraine that chance to move in reinforcements and allow the Russians to clear out building by building. A brief pause there. Had to do. Dogs are playing outside. Jesus. Anyway, so where the hell was it? Said, yeah. So they're trying to deny Ukraine to move in troops freely by bombarding the place all over, right? And they also have special forces operating in the center of town, ambushing logistics to try and deny Ukraine to move in. The troops required to stop Russians, and this gives Russia a chance to move up freely without risking artillery from dropping down on their heads. Friendly artillery. Interesting. Here you have Ukrainian drone attacks against Russian vehicles. The other day we saw Ukraine hunting down motorcycles in the same area. So Russia trying to build up forces here in this small village, more than likely with intent to push north into this part of town that they're isolating with artillery. Goddamn dogs. And moving over to here you have Novoekonomice under control according to ISW, and here you can see Russia raising flags in Novoekonomice, having crossed the river now east of Mirnorod. But like I said, no confirmation Russia's up here. I'm thinking maybe you have some special forces units maybe hitting a truck or two driving past, with machine guns, RPGs, and so they have infiltrated as they should. That's their job. But the defensive line is intact. Russia can't push up with infantry formation with vehicles. So Mayak and Zapovne, they're holding the line. The defensive line is holding. And the question is Russia in Novotorets? Because as you can see here, Novotorets is only claimed Russian advance according to ISW. But the goal is to cut the supplies from Shakova leading into Pokrovsk from the north. And Russia is trying to reach Shakova through the valley, as you can see here, to secure these very important bridges. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you found it interesting. And as always, go Marsh, Ukraine, and give them hell.